Hi, welcome to Amorgos, Greece. We're going to take a quick little flow today, probably only about 15 minutes. So we're actually going to just start standing. If you need a little bit more time and you want to start in child's pose or take a nice little warm-up, feel free. But we are just going to start in a ragdoll pose. So separate your feet wider than hip distance. Bend your knees generously. Option to grab the opposite elbows and pull yourself forward and down. Let your head be loose, sway side to side, and just move in a way that feels a little bit opening, a little bit releasing. And then take a few more breaths there. Pull your weight forward and down. And then release your bind. Walk your feet underneath your hips. And then slowly rise up. Behind us in Amorgos is a little town called Ornos, and then the Aegean Sea is right behind us. So we'll just take a quick flow. Here in Greece today, we'll sweep our arms up, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus, out your arms, pull your chest through and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Shine your heart open for one more big breath in. Spread those fingers wide and inhale, mountain pose. Grow tall. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge at your hips. Soften your knees, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back and exhale, fold. Push down to lift up, mountain pose. Grow tall. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus it out. From our half sun salutation, we'll move through a full sun salutation. A, reach up. Exhale, hinge at your hip, forward fold. Flat back to lengthen. And exhale, set up your high plank. Step back, shoulders in front of your wrist. Hinge forward. Exhale, option to drop your knees. Or keep them lifted, lowering halfway, chaturanga. Release your toes, lift up. Cobra. Or your knees lifted for your up dog. Pull those shoulders away from your ears, open up your chest, and exhale. Curl your toes under, lift the hips, down dog. 3 breaths in, and 3 breaths out. Begin to come high on your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward, travel, forward fold. Flat back to lengthen, and exhale, fold, root to rise, come on up. Let's take one more sun A, breath to movement, dive it down. Flat back to lengthen, exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your cobra or your up dog, and exhale to your down dog. Breath in, melt your heels, breath out. Bend the knees, look forward, travel, forward fold. Flat back lengthens, exhale, folds us. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Standing balance pose, you can either begin with on your right leg, either taking a tree pose, or if you want a little bit more strength in your pose today, maybe you find your warrior 3 pose. Balancing on that right leg, you choose tree or your warrior 3. I'm going to step out of the camera, maybe fix your gaze on an area and just let that balance show up. Stay for one more breath. If you're in your warrior 3, try to square your hips and point that toe down. Exhale, release both feet to the ground, stand tall, sweep your arms behind you, open up your chest, bend your knees, and take a chair in a fold. Lift your arms up and away from your back. Option to stay here or lift your heels for sparrow's pose. Lift your heels a little bit higher. And exhale, release your bind, forward fold. Flat back to lengthen. Exhale to fold, root to rise. Come on up. Second side, your left side, left leg is grounded, tree pose, or your warrior three. You decide that shape of your balance that you wish today and find all four corners of that left foot. Whatever balance pose you chose, find your jersey. Find that focal point and let your balance system show up. Notice that your toes, try to release and relax them. Push firmly through that standing left leg. Last breath in. And exhale, release to your mountain pose. Sweep up, grow tall. Exhale, flow your way to your down dog. At any time, you can always pause your video, spend a little bit more time in your cobra. Maybe throw in a recovery child's pose. And we'll build just a little bit of flow from here. Right leg will lift. Melt that left heel down. Option to bend the knee, open up that hip. Heel is towards your shoulder. Knee is skyward. And inhale, close your hips. One cheetah pose, draw it in. Inhale, lift it, three-legged dog. And exhale, step through, low lunge. Pause here, drop your hips, look forward. And then let that right arm go up for a low lunge twist. Push down through that right foot, maybe look up to those right fingertips. And exhale, release, low lunge. Rise, high lunge, reach up. Shift that left hip forward, right is back, and sink low into your lunge. And soften your shoulders away from your ears. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, let's twist right. Find stability, squeezing your inner thighs together. Maybe challenge yourself and look back to that right thumb. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, exalted, right hand to your low back. Left arm is going to reach up, reach tall, feel that big stretch through that left hip flexor. Maybe sink a little lower as you reach a little higher. Inhale to your high lunge. Open to your warrior two. Take a moment to set that warrior two up. Breath in, breath out. Skandasana, left knee bends. Lower your hips to a comfortable place. Drive that right heel in and lift you through your right toes. Inhale, power up through that left leg. Find your warrior two. Breath in. Peaceful warrior, breath out. Inhale, warrior two. And gently find that bind behind you. Open up your chest. Navel to spine, bow for your humble warrior. Release your neck, let that head drop towards the mat. Lift your fingers towards the sky. Inhale, rise, peaceful warrior, reach it up and down. Hands cartwheel, low lunge. Carry right leg back. Option for your regular chaturanga or your three-legged chaturanga. And we meet in down dog. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open up the hip. Push equally into both hands. And inhale, square your hips. One cheetah pose, draw it in, round the back. Pull the knee towards your chest. And inhale, lift it. Inhale, step forward, low lunge. And exhale, twist it. Push firmly through that left foot. Feel that left hip engage as you open and twist. And gently release, low lunge. Let's rise for that high lunge. Shift forward. Pull that right hip forward. Lift through your arms. Inhale for length. And our exhale will twist us. breathe in. Let your exhale find that exalted warrior. Just finding opposition from that right knee all the way through those right fingertips. Reach up. And inhale, high lunge. Plant that right heel. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Breathe. Inhale, warrior two to your skandasana. Big bend through that right knee. And just find length. You can always support your skandasana or keep your hands lifted. Let the length happen through that left leg. And then power up through that right. Big breath in. Stay for your exhale, and then gently begin to find that bind behind you. Full breath in, exhale to your humble warrior. Inhale, rise. Reverse, peaceful warrior. And cartwheel your hands, low lunge. Carry that left leg back. Option for that three-legged chaturanga. And we meet in our down dog. Let's flow it, breath to movement, right leg lifts, bend the knee, open up, and inhale, square the hips. Exhale, step through, low lunge, cheetah, and inhale, fly it up. Step through, low lunge, right arm lifts. As you release, low lunge, lift to your high lunge. Breath in. Exhale, open arm twist right. Exalt your warrior, left arm is up. Inhale to that high lunge, to that warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach it up and back. From your warrior two, sink into that skandasana. Power up, back to that warrior two. Find the bind, let the breath expand your chest. Exhale, bow, humble. Push down to lift up and reverse your warrior. Hands cartwheel, low lunge. And flow your way to your down dog. Breath to movement on that left side. Left leg lifts, bend, open if that feels good. And inhale, square the hips. Cheetah pose one time, draw it in. Inhale, lift it. And exhale, step through. Low lunge, twist to your left. And gently release. Low lunge, lift to rise. High lunge, breathe in. Exhale, open arm twist left. Stay here, exalt your warrior. And inhale, high lunge. Warrior two, open it up, set it up. Open those hips. Sink one time, skandasana. Power it up, warrior two. Find the bind, open the chest and take that final humble warrior. Push down to lift up, reverse that warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands, pause here, standing splits left side. And gently release, forward fold, breath in. Exhale, standing splits right side, let your left leg lift. And gently release to that forward fold. Bend the knees and sink into your chair pose. Send the weight into your heels. One more breath for length. Exhale, let your open arm twist arrive. Open arm twist, or maybe a prayer twist to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Lift and lengthen through your spine. Prayer twist to your left side. If the hands are in prayer, push down through that top hand to anchor into your twist. Square the hips, square the knees. Inhale back to that chair pose. So move into some sort of hip opener. Maybe it's your figure 4 chair pose, or maybe you come down to your mat and take your figure 4 on your back, or maybe you set up for your pigeon. Find a few more moments of your practice just to let your hips that have been warmed release in a hip opener of your choice. What's the time, Sydney? What? And then you might just pause the video, and when you're ready to begin to slowly close your practice, turn it back on and take an inversion of your choice. That might be your bridge pose, your happy baby, your shoulder stand. Yeah. Just let those hips and feet be a little bit above your heart. Let your heart rate slow, let your breath slow. And then just take a few moments of rest for your Shavasana. Thanks for joining me in Greece.